Into it. I just apple crumbled. That was a grizzly. Amateur hour over here, 6 out of 10. I'm ripping off the toenails. It's so cold. Shocker in the morning. Ignore all that last Lovely up here. Woo! Blowing out my left quad for a new set of pads. I can't stay on the bike. This sucks. Heavy. I'm over it, trying to walk this polish. Bit of breakfast. So I'm in a good enough mood to discuss what happened last night. Yesterday was great. Get across the Great Basin. Everything went well. Sun went down and then I hit the fucking bogs. I don't know whether it was my technique or my bike's lacking clearance or my drivetrain in particular, but I was really struggling. And then the 3 guys I was riding around all just dropped me and I was left just in a mess. It's not really the mud, it's all the rocks inside it. And then the links don't go inside the teeth. And so I had to keep cleaning it out and then attempting it, and then you ride like 2 meters and the whole thing happens again. I had my bags off the bike to get the bivvy out and I was like, nah, you can't do that because you've just screwed it. I ended up running beside my bike, but limping. Made it to Wamsutter, half the pace. What does that put me in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. Found myself at the halfway point. Now it's just what to do with it really. But it's intimidating, you know, you've ridden 2,200 Ks and then you got to do it again. So this is a big job to sign up for, but loving it. Beautiful. Stoked to be back in Colorado. Just got the opportunity to go to Brush Mountain Lodge, and the people there are so awesome. Just had a pizza, coffee, Pepsi, all in front of me within 5 minutes of sitting down. Just want to push on really. I've actually bridged up to the 3 guys that dropped me last night. One's still in front of me, Stephen. So yeah, just push over to Steamboat Springs over Menden Pass. Apparently there's a bit of snow at the top. Bingo! We have got another bolt claw. Every night I take care of my hygiene. Got my down booties, down pants, puffer, bivvy bag and mattress. Simple as that. Alrighty, new day. Just came across this river. I'm up the top of Lynx Pass. Had like a 4.5 hour sleep last night. Really treated myself, and the usual story has happened where people have passed me, the sleepless warriors who just get minimal sleep. So as long as I can just keep the speed up throughout the day, I should be able to pass them again. And the hope is that when I skipped sleep in the last night, that'll pay off in some way. It's the Colorado River. Just dropped my bottle. Top of it snapped in half, this black bit from this red bit. Gonna try and insulation tape it up. Cold service station burrito, mid climb. Ute Pass, not a spectacular one to be honest. Silverthorne. Just got here, fresh chain lube, Looking for an access battery, didn't have any luck. I'm just going to hit the road. My main worry is that I haven't charged my power banks at a motel for a couple of nights, and I'm just fully relying on the dynamo. But it doesn't charge things too fast. It's 7 PM and I've just started climbing the big Borealis pass. Immense views. Hell of a spot. So I'm back up into 4th and I got 5th and 6th chasing me, and I'm really sick of having my 4-hour sleep and just taking all day to make up the deficit. So tonight I think I'm going to try sleep a lot less, see how it goes. What could possibly go wrong? And I've got a bit of a snack on the go before layering up before my descent. Never forget to do that. And heading on down. Alrighty, here we are at the top of the pass down to Salida. Today I've ridden from Steamboat Springs to Salida, like 360 k's maybe, 4,700 meters of climbing, big job. But I really wanted to get here because I need a new bottom bracket. I think there's bike shops here, so there'll be a bit of faff in the morning. But yeah, time to descend down and find a wee bivvy spot. We're rolling. Last night just camped beside the river in Salida, pretty messy setup, and then got to the bike shop. Wasn't open till 10, so I gave myself 4 hours sleep, which was good, it was needed. Bike shop fixed my bike while I had 2 big breakfasts, which were fantastic. I got a spare access charger and battery, so I've been worried about those since day one. Fresh bottom bracket, and now I'm off again on a mission to get to Norte today, which involves 3 solid passes. Climb that tree. Second of 3 passes done today. Trying to get to Norte before 11 PM. I don't think it's looking likely. I'm pushing really hard up this last climb. Not crazy hard, but it's fast. It's a bit of a gamble because as long as I get to the resupply in time, I can get a pile of protein and carbs to replace all this with. Feel great and recover and get resupply for tomorrow. But if I push this hard and everything's closed, I'll be gutted. Okay, I didn't make the resupply. It was not worth it. But I've got this great accommodation and I've slept right in till 7. So when a shop opens, good sleep under my belt for the last 3 days, so might work out alright. As far as I know, the resupply in New Mexico where we headed is really sparse and things, so I've just got, well, this is like $80 worth of crap to try and get me through at least the first chunk. It's going to be difficult. I'm now climbing Indiana Pass, which is the highest peak of the divide. 3,800 meters, like 11,000 feet. I'm at 3,100 now. I can already feel the effects. Some of these peaks in the last couple of days have been 3.5 or something, I think. So it's going to feel good to be on the other side of this and start descending down. Well, the number of tyre tracks I've been following and the mud, snow or gravel has just gradually decreased, and now I'm just following two. I'm third place and I'll be entering New Mexico today, so I would be very stoked myself to keep that. So I'll try not to f this up. I'm feeling pretty good though. You know, my leg's better than it's ever been this whole ride. I feel like now, but it's just because of the altitude, I think. I'm gonna have a sit down meal now. It's what the races don't do, it seems. But I just feel amazing after that. And then just 3 days of hammering it. I don't like taking chances with water, so I've got a 3 litre bladder in here hooked up to this. It's a lot of weight up front, but I'm not taking any risks. Other people know how to get water, but I don't. Chipping away here. It's really hot and I'm not even in New Mexico yet. Just cruising up La Monga Pass. You would never guess, at the top of something else, but also in New Mexico. Here we come, real Mexico. I think it's 4 AM. I've been pedaling around. Well, I've been pedaling for a full day, but haven't had reception for about 10 or 12 hours. About to roll down into a little village, hoping there's reception to see what's going on. Either way, I'm gonna have to find a spot to crash at. Feeling very cooked and seeing some crap out there. 5:30 in the morning, just rolling into Albuquerque. Over 300 k's done today. Good day. Now I've got to find somewhere to curl up, have a sleep for a couple of hours, wait for the cafe to open. Cooked brekkie. Well, everything's closed, even the post office. I was going to sneak in there, but I have found a wall charger outside this cafe. I might just lie down, go to sleep, and then if they're not happy, I'm sure they'll be stoked with what I'm planning on purchasing. Three hours since I arrived in Albuquerque. Spent an hour and a half lying on the rocks outside that shop, got a bit of sleep. Then the convenience store opened up, a couple of morning burritos, a coffee, loaded back up. Now we're going over some volcano. 80 miles to get to Cuba. It's basically just soft sand. I've doubted how much water I've taken like over 6 litres, but as a precautionary measure, I just sculled my 2 little bottles. I'm going to fill them at this stream, put some aqua tabs in them, and then use them as like a almighty backup if I need to. Definitely not thinking about the race at the moment, just thinking about how to get to Cuba safely, efficiently. Oh, this has been like a 40-kilometre slight uphill in the heat. It's horrible. Trying to conserve my water. Not enjoying it. Just about at the top. And then I got about 90 kilometres of undulating. Finally dropping into Cuba. That was like an 8-hour grind. Used the emergency water and all my food, which I thought I was over prepared for. And tomorrow, the next day, I've got some 120 and 150 mile resupplied zones. New Mexico's tough. Tempted to leave tonight, do it a good chunk of it in the dark, you know. It's just too hot for me. Fantastic stop at McDonald's there. Filled up the hydro pack and everything with Powerade from the refill machine. Charged up, I decided to just push on. Just going off that hour and a half sleep on the gravel this morning. I just need to keep this gap, if not make it bigger. So I was biking my way from Cuba to Grants, and yeah, I didn't leave till about 6 PM or so, and it's 120 miles, so it was an ambitious undertaking. So I've just pulled the pin because, to be honest, I just started seeing, you know, faces and craps and silhouettes and things. It's just too much fatigue. In the last 48 hours I've just biked hundreds of kilometres and only slept for an hour and a half outside that convenience store this morning, so I'm not going to make it to Grants tonight, but this looks pretty cozy. I've just done a snake and scorpion check and she's all good. Time to go. It's my alarm clock going in my pocket. Got up a bit earlier. Today we're going to get across the Gila National Park. Alright, that was a massive spend up, $100 probably, but I am absolutely fully laden. This is the big stretch of food, probably the next 400 kilometres. The bag's hanging off the front with heaps of food as well. It's over the top. Here we are, on the road into Podium, and it's a shocker. Real soft washboards, headwind, uphill, real shocker, bottom of the barrel. And this morning's been rough. Woke up positive, 500 k's to go, in a good position. Too excited on the first climb, no warm up, blew up my quad. Then couldn't pedal, and I thought it was all over. It was so painful, I can't stand up. Anyway, then I went to the service station and got some Advil, ibuprofen, and then I just started falling asleep on the bike. And I was like, alright, I can only pedal with one leg and I'm falling asleep on the bike. He's f***ed it at the last hurdle. I've just been putting heaps of sugar in, gels and stuff, trying to perk myself up. Old mate behind me is closing a little bit. I've still got 6 hours on him. I'm not looking to move forward. Firmly believe those wild dogs 1 and 2 deserve it, and they've put themselves through a lot more than the rest of us, and they're way up the road. I'm just really keen to hold number 3. Learning to walk again, learning to walk. Made it to Podium and Oasis. Wasn't sure I was going to get here before closing, but it did. Had 45 minutes rest in Podium. So here we go, heading towards the Gila wilderness. 150 miles without resupply. But there's a Beaverhead ranger station that has a water fountain of some description, which I've got logged on my Garmin, my phone, hard copy. I can't miss that. And then we'll be at Silver City, and that's going to be a moment. I'm a bit of a wreck at the moment, just coughing the whole time. You know, my legs are cooked, both legs. My feet are absolutely destroyed. This is an unsustainable amount of pace for me. But I reckon I can get to the border. It's just hard. Oh, that's absolutely lovely. Well, pretty weak effort. I haven't gone far past Podium and I'm just buggered. I need to sleep. It's just, I'm moving so slow, I may as well just sleep and then move fast in the light. Blowing my chance of doing it in 14 days, but right now I really don't care. I'm all good to just get the bivvy up. I'm struggling here. I had an amazing sleep under the Gila wilderness sky, amazing stars. I started up again and just the washboard, it's just vibrating all of my lights and it just puts me straight to sleep. I'm going nowhere. There's absolutely no point. I think sunrise has been about half an hour. I might just lie down. I'm just tired. Just trying to keep myself, well that's a lot of sun. Just trying to keep myself entertained and awake, really. Basically I was fine because I was doing so much sleeping, and then ever since I basically skipped that night, well I had an hour and a half or so on the gravel outside in Abercuie. Ever since then I've lost my edge, lost my pace. It's put me at a deficit that I haven't been able to get back. Other people can do it. They can ride all through the night over and over again. It's a skill maybe that I'm yet to learn. So I was holding back all the start of the race, thinking, oh, it's probably best not to. And I'm very thankful for that, because that's probably the reason I am where I am now. I got no doubts that the dot watchers are just sitting there right now like, why is this guy just crawling? Fourth and fifth are probably just creeping up behind me. I've got no idea. I'll probably be out of reception for 24 hours, but it's hard, you know. Today's day 14. 14 days of this shit. You know, I'm just degrading. I'll get there, but it ain't pretty at the moment. Whew. And I'm at the Beaverhead HQ. And I've got this spigot here, so I've just filled up all my water, and it wasn't desperate for it actually, because I'd just been riding through the night, just been carting litres and kgs around, and now I'll probably do the same thing. Temperature update, 40.3 degrees my Garmin says. That's cooking, the one already cooked, man. Really good news. Into reception, fourth place is like 8 hours behind me. Second place is like 8 hours in front. So I've just got 200 k's of flat to go and I can take my time. Craving a Macca's and a big refuel actually. I'm pretty low. Curveball. Now I'm walking up a steep walking track. I think I pushed pretty hard on today's 40-degree heat. Now I'm walking 30 kilometers of single track. Oh, very dizzy. Not great. Oh, this 200k can't come soon enough to get to that fence. Last Macca's of the trip. Smashed a lot of food. Once again, filled up my drink bottles, etc. And now I've got 200 kilometers to get to Antelope Wells. I think it's like 10, 11, 12 hours, I don't know. I don't think I'll have the energy to do it. Well, I think I'll probably fall asleep once or twice. I'll just make my way there. Got a good buffer on fourth, so no dramas. I can roll to Antelope Wells and come third in the Tour Divide. That'll be good. That is Mexico ahead of me. I'm about 25 k's away from the border. This last bit's really dragging on, just because I'm just waiting for it to be over really. When people ask me why I'd want to put myself through something like the Tour Divide, a couple of weeks of just basically full-on discomfort. I just think in this day and age, discomfort is looked upon in a poor light, you know, like why would you ever want to be uncomfortable? If you can avoid it, then avoid it. But what I'm learning and what a lot of people are learning is that these ultra events put ourselves in situations and our body and our minds actually thrive. It's really hard, but then you come out the other side and you get the, you know, you get the high and you get the story and you get a sense of achievement that in this day and age is hard to find. Well, it feels pretty surreal to be here. Early January, sort of got punted off the enduro scene and then immediately went on the bikepacking.com calendar because I'd done one race last year, the Great British Divide, and in hindsight I loved it. And I was just scrolling through, I saw Tour Divide, I was like, oh, I've heard of that. That must be the biggie. I'll do that. 6 months later, or less than that, I'm rolling on down through the Antelope Wells. It's been a good learning curve. I've really thrown everything at it to give it a good nudge. And it seems like it's paid off. Most importantly, I've got myself a journey of a lifetime. Met some cool people. And who knows where it leads. Alright, I'm coming in hot, but I'm about T-minus 1 minute, and my feet are my ass, I can't even sit down, but that just is my body telling me it knows it's just about done. These legions are here.
dude.
That feels good.
Yeah, it does. There's a watermelon waiting for you.
Oh man. Oh.
I got some sandals that you can wear if you'd like.
Bland bergen, då dansar gruvfrun. Osynlig för blotta ögat.